Hi Keith, great to have you on the show.
Thanks again, I really appreciate it.
So let's talk about Booyah in general first, and then go into the music. So what kind of products do you have you brought out, and what are the names that people might recognize as games that they might not associate directly to your company?
So the goal of Booyah when we started the company was to create real-world entertainment. So we've always wanted to make very, very immersive games that touch the real world. It could be on social platforms like Facebook as well as on mobile. One of the products that we launched on mobile was My Town, which is a popular location-based social game where you can buy and sell virtual properties, just like Monopoly, but playing with millions of people in the real world using check-ins. The other product that we launched on Facebook 8 months ago is called Nightclub City. The goal of that game is for you to aspire to build your own nightclub and to hire your friends as bartenders, DJs, or bouncers to choose your own music, and to really think about how you should be running and building and expanding your empire, your Nightclub City empire. So that's been very successful for us, and now we've had about 20 million registered users on that on Facebook, and at its peak, about 1.2 million daily active users. So we've been very excited, and what's been really great for artists and musicians, we love to put real artists and bands in our products, from independents all the way to different labels, and we've been able to garner anywhere between 30 to 100,000 Facebook fans for a lot of independent artists. And we have some incredible stories where some people only had 3 to 4,000 Facebook fans, and they put their one single song into our game, and since millions of people are listening to it, there's going to be a certain percentage that's going to be able to like your song through the context of the game, and they're spending hundreds of hours on that game. And so the great thing now is that you have very qualified users, and I'll get emails back from the independent artists saying, holy crap, like in 3 days I got 40,000 Facebook fans. It's like something that would potentially take them maybe a year of touring just to be able to do.
Yeah. And did you identify a gap in the market when you launched Nightclub City? Did you specifically go, we want to get into the music because nobody else is doing something related to music that uses third-party licensed tracks in the social gaming field?
So during that time, about a year ago, we were looking at the marketplace, and we said, Restaurant City seems to be doing very well, and a lot of simulation games around running and building some sort of store or restaurant. And we said, well, there's a gaping hole in terms of music. There's a gaping hole in terms of that kind of cool, edgy feel of why not build your own nightclub? And there was no one else that was in there. So we just really tried to enter that space, be first to market in that particular theme and that particular market around music.
Yeah. And you deal both with third-party licenses for tracks that play whilst people are in the club, and also with virtual goods. So what kind of virtual goods can artists sell on the platform? And is there something in particular that people are more interested in trying to get hold of?
So you can customize your own avatar, and you can also even dress your friends. So we worked with partnerships such as Kiss all the way to Tron with Disney, so that you can earn custom gear for yourself, and it looks really great. One of the other things that we do is we have brands that are put into DJ equipment, as well as speakers and everything else. Anything that you would use to decorate and build your club, we can brand. We have also branded actual venues, real venues, and clubs and locations, all the way from Paris, the Paris Scorpiton, all the way to places like Supper Club in San Francisco.
Yeah. And what kind of label partnerships have you got going at the moment? And do you see a lot of interest from the industry, or are they kind of careful of what they do in the mobile space?
Well, we've seen an incredible jump in terms of demand from labels. So we work with Interscope, Hollywood Records, all the way to Warner and UMG, down the stack with Beatport, as well as Indaba, and we also work with very independent artists like Downtown Records and indie labels. We're particularly excited to work with channels like Beatport as well as Indaba, because now musicians and as well as people that are passionate about music can make their own music, submit it, and we run contests in Indaba along with Ableton for each of us to pick the songs that people really like, and then we actually then pick the top 10 songs and we play them in Nightclub City. So now people are really excited to build their own songs on Indaba and Ableton, because now it's like I can get millions of people to listen to my song on this really great new vibrant channel.
Naturally, Nightclub City is a Facebook application. And the natural question is, are you guys thinking of going mobile, and what's happening in that area?
So Nightclub City on Facebook has exploded so much with millions of users loving it. What we wanted to do was to extend the Nightclub City brand onto mobile. As we know, this year and the following years, mobile on the iPad, iOS, and Android is going to continue to explode. And what we want to do is to take that core game and apply it back onto mobile. We're really excited by it, but we want to make it very, very unique for that mobile experience. So we're actually going to incorporate GPS and location into the product as well. And you're going to get all the same great music, all the great artists, and sort of the gameplay that people have loved, but we're going to make it much more bite-sized for mobile. I think that for the U.S. market, it's going to be very excited for us to launch it this year, sometime around March and April.
Yeah. And in terms of internationalization of the product, do you guys have to get different licenses for Europe naturally? And how does that work for you guys?
Yes, we usually have to do that, and that's why we tend to be a little bit more careful for the international markets, but we also have a very great team that allows us to get the proper approvals in time for that.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it was great talking to you, and I'm sure the mobile applications as well are going to be a great success.
Well, thank you very much.